And so Abraham saw that it was not good, so he told Lot, let us separate. If you take the land to the right, I will take the land to the left. If you take the land to the left, I will take the land to the right. And we see that even though Abraham was a senior one, he gave the right of choice, the right of selection to his nephew called Lot. And so what did Lot do? He lifted up his eyes and he looked around for the juiciest spot, and he saw the valley of Jordan, which looked like the garden of the Lord. And immediately he selected that. So that was the best spot, and he selected the best spot as he saw it. And when he selected it, he went towards that place. So Abraham was left with the second best, what was left. And at that time, God comes to Abraham. And God speaks to him and tells him, Genesis chapter 13, verse 14. Maybe we too have certain instances in our life when we are not left with the best, but what is rest, the second best. Perhaps when we are burning with pain, perhaps when we are burning with regret. And God comes at this point into the life of Abraham and tells him, Abraham, lift up your eyes from where you are standing. We're so used to looking, at things around us, what is lacking in us, what is, the black spots in our spouses. And God is asking us at this moment, lift up your eyes, look above. God wants to show us something different. And we're so used to, our eyes are so used to looking at what is around us, what is dark and black around us, what is sad around us, what is depressing around us, and we've forgotten to look at what God is trying to make us look at. So my dear brothers and sisters, we know what Lord selected later on became the land we know as Sodom. That is the fertile valley of Jordan. Later on became Sodom, that God destroyed completely along with Gomorrah. So my dear brothers and sisters, right now, if you are looking your own way, the way Lot looked, Lot looked as per what his eyes were telling him, not as per what God was telling him. Lot saw with his eyes that this valley of Jordan looked beautiful, like the garden of the Lord, and that attracted him, and he made his choice according to that. My dear brothers and sisters, every moment we make a choice in our lives, a choice that will decide what our tomorrows will be, what our today will be. And if we do not look through the eyes of God, look at where the Lord is pointing out to us to look, we will make this mistake that Lot made. And we know the whole Lot came to such a miserable situation that he had to, when the enemy captured them, his wife and children, everything was carried away. And Abraham had to go and fight a battle for him and rescue everything back. And when he ran away from Sodom, Lot ran away in such a miserable situation that he was not even allowed to look back at Sodom. He had to run away in that way. And when his wife looked back, she became a pillar of salt. So my dear brothers and sisters, today the Lord is telling us in the here and now of our lives, look up, look up, look up from where you are standing. Perhaps you're looking at your job, you're looking at the situation in your job, you're looking at what is happening to you, what people are telling you, what they are not telling you, what they are doing to you, and all the while your eyes are down, looking at things of the earth. Look up, look up. Today what God wants to show you something deeper, something more than your eyes can show you and tell you. And so my dear brothers and sisters, this time we're gathered here together to look up, and the Lord has something to show us.